Hello and welcome along to another episode of the SKapade show with our guest, Mallorca Lee.
Good evening.
So let's get into it.
This is episode
11.
11.
You didn't say that actually.
I know.
Did I not?
That's
No.
how I
It's
thought I'd
episode
step
11.
in. It's episode like that sort of laid back looking with no thumbs.
Episode 11
Yeah.
here with Mallorca Lee. Expect a crazy fun episode.
We've been trying to make this happen for ages.
For a while. Aye.
Ages, but it's finally here, it's good.
I seen your man Sanjeev done it and I thought, they're getting all the big guests in. I better get in
It's
this
time. I can now
before
do
it
it.
goes mental.
Before it goes huge.
Aye.
Before we don't ask you anymore.
Exactly. It took about a year of me asking yous boys and
I know we forgot the sandwiches though.
Forgot his rider. We've not sorted it, but it's hopefully we'll make it up with some good banter.
he's better.
Aye.
He's better.
Aye, right, cool. So let's go informally and it'll probably just veer right off the course shortly
Hopefully.
after. Which is absolutely fine. That's the best way to do a podcast, isn't it? So you want to kick off
Yeah,
then with a wee
also,
question?
we also as well, Stephen put a wee post as
Uh-huh.
well for it, and we've got some questions from some people in the audience as well. Some are probably a little bit mental, but
We'll pick as many as we can.
yes.
Credit the person that asked the question, and we'll get them asked at some point.
But one of the ones that was getting asked, and one that we've got ourselves is, I guess it's a good place to start from, is the start. How did it all begin for Mallorca Lee? How did you get involved in the music
Right.
scene?
I thought you meant just like creation.
Aye,
I thought that was quite a heavy one for a Monday. But thankfully it's just about me, this stuff. Because you're into that part of it,
Yeah,
aren't you?
aye.
I could have freestyled on that for a wee bit, but you'd have caught me out when I started talking about galaxies, Milky Ways.
Yeah.
I've
You're
only
in
got
it,
these two
Stella,
chocolate
man,
bars
you're
in
in
there.
That'll be quite a long podcast.
How did it start for me? Just a love for music, obviously. I was into I was always into music, but then it wasn't until like electro came along with the breakdancing thing in the kind of 80s, and then that quickly morphed into. I'd say hip hop before electro. Then electros came along, and then that was like 808s and funny enough electro, which then morphed into acid house. And then I was at the right age, I was 16, 17, and just kind of leaving school to go out to pubs, which were then becoming, like fucking abandoned places or warehouses or back rooms of pubs. And the acid house thing blew up. At the same time, the decks that I was mixing hip hop quickly turned to mixing acid house music. And then for that, I always related like music as a drug addiction. And the way you get into it. So take music and call it a drug, right? So you get into music, then you can't supply your own demand, so you need to start making it to feed your own habit. But then in the process of making it, you actually start distributing it, selling your music, because you're making that much of it. So then you become a dealer.
What's the gateway genre?
I don't even know what you mean by that.
See, you're saying about like the hip hop and acid house thing. Were they quite close together at one point?
Oh, aye, big time.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, even now, all the tracks back then, when you heard a track, you'd be breaking it down by what hip hop beats or vocals that they were sampling. So there was loads of guys. That's where everything really, all your friends kind of fractured. Everybody kind of got into it. Then it just went, you either hip hop or you were acid house, because it was all everything was all together at one point.
Right.
And then like all music, all dance music or whatever, it fractions into genres.
Yeah.
But then it was basically just you were into dance music or you were into hip hop kind of thing, And all the hip hop guys stopped coming to the clubs and they had their own scene because it just wasn't what they were into. And dancey guys weren't into hip hop anymore. But you always heard like the samples and the beats.
Well, that's you mentioned like the 808 and all that. Like hip hop was all about that, wasn't it? It's like,
Oh, aye.
808, 909. It's like you've got the new gear actually. The kind of replica stuff. But like all the old dance music and hip hop, I guess, all came from the same sounds, didn't it? Big kick drums, all the same
pretty
hi-hats.
much.
It's still the same, really, with techno as well.
Do you know what freaks me out? See, when I was a young guy, I knew what a TR-808 was and a 303, and I never even had any knowledge of, these bits of equipment, just through the music. and then you would find out for somebody, or maybe it'd be referenced that that's what it was, because there wasn't the internet and there wasn't, you know, you never knew anybody who made music. You know, that was like somebody somewhere, some place.
America.
Aye, exactly, the other side of the universe.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then when you'd go to the local clubs, and if there was an artist or something coming, you would have to. Well, I certainly did. I stood at the side of the stage after the show to specifically ask them, how do I make this music? What do I need to get?
Wow.
And you know, the two bands that actually kind of were helpful were K-Class, which I'm not particularly into K-Class's music. I respect it, but I just knew they were writing dance music, and I want to write this kind of music, because I had like fucking toy keyboards, anything to try and shit samples and fucking plug it into my DJ mix. I try to make shit. Asked them, and the bass heads were the only two that kind of gave us an insight into what, as in the name keyboards. I've still got the flyer with the names of the keyboards in the back that they'd scribbled down and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I bought
What did
the
they
keyboard.
recommend you?
The guys for K-Class, I think they recommended it was an Sonic ESQ1, which is an old sort of thing. It's similar to what Adamski used in his early live setup.
Is that like a sampler?
No, it was just a keyboard,
Right.
but it was a keyboard sequencer. So you'd have that plugged into like a fucking drum machine, and that was you pretty much up and running. And then if you could get a sampler, it would be another external instrument, because at that time everything wasn't like sampler, keyboard, sequencer. It was all the fucking, you had to hang like a fucking train track, man. There was that much equipment, you know what I mean?
It's a different world like now, making music compared to like, you know, that, having everything linked and getting your timing right now. It's like, it seems like a totally different craft to it, like opening up soft synths like Silence and that these days. It's like you're literally just clicking your finger. Doesn't seem like the same thing, but it is, you know what I mean?
It is the same thing, as in you make something for nothing.
Aye.
But you can do it now with one thing instead of, like, I literally, I've had rooms full of shit. When I say shit, I don't mean like actually excrement, I mean like equipment. You know, I'll have had the rooms of shit as well. Like, it's just like a massive fucking train set, innit, that you keep buying it. But now it's great, you can get it on your computer and all that, and I don't want to get into what's best. Know what's best. If the tune's good, I don't give a fuck what you wrote it on. That's how
That is
you
the way you
define
look at it.
a good or a bad piece of music.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're going into like some of your setup now though, you're rocking all the new rolling stuff, aren't you? Like the Aria gear in it?
I've kind of went full circle to the point where up into a couple of years now, I've been pulling everything back and leaving the computer and trying to get into the Roland Ira stuff and getting, because that excited me about what got me into dance music originally, which was just beats and a bass line. You know, the raw sounds of the drum machine, the raw sounds of the bass line, and running that live and try to capture that live. So I tried to record songs that I was working on, but I quickly realised I needed a computer and then to take these ideas to finish them as songs, because you still, unless you're a fucking octopus, man, you can't run all that gear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, to get things started. So that's what I've been doing. I went full circle, so now I'm really all about sparse acid house, man. That's what's selling my
It
shit.
is good, no, it's cool. Like you're seeing it in the kind of the techno scene, I guess, and now you're like less is more, really. Like the big drum code tracks, you're listening to them, and you're like, you can identify like that 909 hat's the same as what it always was. You know, it's getting less. You know, you're putting less kind of channels in, really. It's definitely coming back like that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I just think I've always, you know, like done daft things, like a hi-hat EQ, when a clap comes in, the type of clap it is, even the type of reverb after a clap. I get excited, even now, as a grown man, I get excited about shit like that.
Yeah.
And if I listen to these, not so much tracks and even producing, the rawness it all is still gets me the way, you know, I still get weak at the knees at BMXs. I still get weak at the knees with fucking 909 claps and rim shots and fucking hi-hats.
Yeah.
And that's madness.
It is.
That's a kind of madness that I prefer to be in.
Well, that's why you've went down that path of music though, is because you're so enthused by it. Do you know what I mean? Even to this day, it feels the same.
Aye.
Which is cool.
I definitely, man. And I think as well, the way music, I think you you need to get to a point in your career where you don't failure doesn't really bother you, because the album, this Acid thing that I'm trying to finish, it was meant about this year, but it's probably early next year. I don't actually give it, for a long time I've not given a fuck really if somebody likes what I do or not, because that's never been how I do it. But particularly this Acid stuff, there's going to be folk just like, what the fuck's he doing? I don't give a fuck. and to arrive at that, it's
difficult as well.
It's difficult, but because too many people are just copying what everybody else is doing.
Absolutely.
And holding themselves back because they're trying to do what somebody else is doing, and all that somebody else is doing is copying somebody else, and it gets stale.
To everything that sounds the same eventually. Do you know what I mean?
And I genuinely think if every producer just went, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing what I want to do, then things would get exciting.
It's a liberating feeling, as you were getting at there, like to arrive at that point, just like, look, I'm doing it because I love it. You probably get better results with that as opposed to like always try to copy somebody, you know.
It's a mad thing because you need to be confident to fail, and when I say fail, I mean and fail in other folks' eyes, because you don't care what they see as a success or failure. It's no down to record sales, it's not down to who owns a copy, it's just about...
It's down to your own happiness, really.
Same words like artistic freedom and all that sounds poxy, but that is what it is, man. And not enough folk have got that, or the drive to achieve that. It's getting a bit serious, isn't it?
No, but it's good stuff.
It's insightful, it'll be helpful, like, you know, it's a spot on.
I'm just thinking, like, so back in the day when you were trying to collab with somebody and you were going to go to their studio, do you need to take like a lorry full of hardware and that, like that amount of stuff like I carry all, you know what I mean?
It's mad, right? Because so like, you would have, also I've stayed with my parents, so my room was also your decks, and then as the equipment get in, the sort of bed was a fucking last thing because you just needed room for other stuff. So whoever you're working with, they also had a setup. So it would pretty much be two bits, because it was too much to take things, unless it was a 909 or a sound that you made and you're taking a sound. The fun got when we started putting music out as a record, we went, we need to do it in a studio because it was a vocal, so we never knew how to record vocals, so we went, you do it in a studio. We went to Wet's studio, Pet Sounds, to record a vocal for our first fucking record. 2 cars loads to fucking take it up and half a day to build it. You know, you're rebuilding your studio in
another studio.
But that was all part of the excitement. You know, like fucking...
Can't wait to warm this up.
Plugging in fucking MIDI leads and hoping that the sound's going to be there really, innit? And know what to punch everybody when you're trying to fix the sound again. Good times, you know. Good times.
Whereabouts was that studio? Is that still kicking about?
I don't know if it's still there. It was Pet Sounds. You know what? It's in Glasgow, but I can't actually remember where it was. Because the guy I still work with now, he's called Andy Haldane. It was in his studio originally, but that got flooded the day before we went to record, so he was like, fuck it. And he booked Wet's Pet Sounds. And it's probably about the best bit of music that's come out Wet's studio.
I can see her smiling.
I won't be kidding, man. Happy, I fucking love you, man. He's up this way, isn't he?
Aye, what's
he? Is he here?
He's on the stage. Up his hand. So we've obviously discussed like you getting into music and starting to produce. When did it start to pick up? What happened? When did you get your first
from
gig?
hobby to maybe real?
Aye. When did you like get your first paid gig and you're like, shit, I'm going to do this?
I can't remember when the first paid gig was, because when we first started, so it was me and another guy called Roger Hughes, and when Roger was a supply teacher at my younger brother's high school.
Right.
And I don't know how, my brother's been this kind of just guy that drifts in and out of my life, but when he comes in, he'll just do something and it,
connects a few dots.
Something happens, you know, like it could be a sentence, it could be an idea, and then you go, wow, it just kind of opens your eyes. But he can also be a dickhead, like all brothers, like, and I will be him. So he for some bizarre reason, said to this guy, my brother does all the music and stuff like that. Now this is I don't know, I've never done a kind of mad, put a rose on and went on a blind date kind of thing, but this was pretty much a blind date. This is like back in the day, and it was like, so I did music as well, and it was like, well, how did you know meet and talk? So my brothers came back to school and went, my supply teacher does all that dance. I thought I switched that off, sorry. Mum, I'll just talk to the boys. So my brother, speaking to this guy, arranged for me to meet him. Now, the dude's the same age as me, you know, like 17, 18, but he's just a supply teacher. And he was like, you know, he's into what you're doing as well, and he's got some keyboards. I've arranged for you to go and meet him.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, I'm just a young guy. We're going to meet a guy in a car park at a school. Because, I mean, when I went down to Jim will fix it, and I asked him to fix it for us, you know what I mean? And since that, I don't know. So anyway, I met this guy. He got me to milk a cow blindfolded. Jim will fix it, did. Anyway, I met this guy in a car park. Something totally, I would, even now, I wouldn't do anything like that. But back then, my thirst for knowledge and making dance music.
He might be able to help you.
It was just another guy. It was like, another guy's making. What?
We need to meet.
You know, these guys. Where are these guys? Because I thought they were like from England.
Yeah.
Which was the other side of the. No, I'm not England. What's for where? You know, because that's what these. You know, the music and that was coming up. You know, and you're buying. If you got a mixtape, it was for like some market in London or a 12-inch record. It was for a shop in fucking, you know, Camden or something. You know, so it was like, oh wow. So met this dude, and he showed me his setup, and I was like, I'll show you my setup, and it was just fucking one keyboard and a drum machine, and I remember he had the right phono jacks, where I just had really cheap, nasty ones, and I thought I was in fucking some big London setup, man. I was just like, wow, and it was the fucking jacks that impressed me more than anything else.
Aye.
He must know his shit. He's got a fucking right leads here, man.
Right.
So we had it half, we got it together, and we wrote loads of different music.
Brilliant.
Under different names, just to get into raves. There wasn't any like, let's make some money, let's, you know, it was like, let's do this, and then we'll ask them if we can play the rave.
What was your first name?
It was like Axiom, Subsonic. It was just, I don't know, it was whatever at the weekend. We literally came up with it, and I'm like, oh, let's go there. Who are these? Subsonic.
Yeah.
And then we done one big rave at a barn in Strathaven, and we had decided on the name Ultrasonic, because I had a machine at my work that cleaned hard drives through ultrasonic waves or something like that.
Right.
And I thought, that's a fucking great name. And we've done the gig at this big rave, because it was the biggest gig. We thought, right, let's keep that name, because you know, it wasn't just like 10 folk that had seen us, it was like fucking proper rave, man.
Stuck.
Right.
And that's how it stuck.
Okay, so
It's literally ultrasonic though, like for people of a certain age group, it's like everything for them growing up. Do you know what I mean? It's like humongous. Do you realise that at times, like how big it was for like that point in Scotland?
I do, yes.
you know of it.
No, I think, see, now looking back, I can see it for what it was, you know. I mean, even things like, we produced an album, put an album out, and produced tour videos and put them out. Now that was like a direct, not attack, that sounds a bit fucking rap, but it was, you know, I was putting music into people's living rooms and hi-fis and motors that had never had a dance album before, didn't even really know what dance music was, but because it was this kind of album and their mates maybe gave them a tape here, or they go to the bars, it really got further, you know. And this is, I mean, you know, groups, well, maybe like the Prodigy was the only other band that I was kind of aware of that had done an album at the time. Because I was, even now I'm always like, you're not really anything unless you can put an album out. You know, that's your fingerprint. You know, all your other singles are just tasters, but it's an album that's
the journey.
That's just
the
like
physical.
When everything's all said and done, you know, looking back, it's your albums, your fingerprints, or your milestones. Everything else is just a bit scattered.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
It does, aye. It does. So Prodigy, they're kind of a big influence in what you're doing as well then, musically?
Aye, like any, I mean, not just them.
Limp Bizkit as well, you've actually told me in the past.
What's that?
Limp Bizkit as well, that kind of...
Well, that was more like later on. No, did I say
Were they later?
No, that was
kind of vibe?
Nah, that was a different kind of project kind of thing that I actually felt they were ripping us off. But
you were with the red cap.
It was mad. Like, doing gigs with Prodigy and stuff like that was brilliant. And even like, when things blew up for us in like US in '94, like, we were like topping the bill. Then it was like Prodigy under us and stuff. It was fucking mental. But obviously, I mean, Prodigy, where are they now? You know, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're struggling for work. So.
Aye, mental scene back then though, like, you know, specific bands like, you know, Prodigy, yourselves, actually changing lives, do you know what I mean? Like with the content and the music, you know. Right, finger on the pulse then, there wasn't a lot of people about clearly doing it.
Enjoy was always the kind of benchmark. You know, Ultrasonic, I think we kind of set out to be maybe Enjoy and Public Enemy mixed into, that was always my
and
reference
your own
point
flavour.
For rave. It wasn't acid house, it wasn't house music, it was rave. Because that was the stuff that just being young, house music, acid house was brilliant, house music was great, but rave was just kind of like, this is mine. You know what I mean? And writing rave music,
right?
That's what it was.
So see, this big gig you've done, you've decided to stick with the Ultrasonic name. Where did it move from there then? Because I know you've done so many different projects over the years. So
Ultrasonic just went mental. In '94, you know, we got a first gig outside the UK, and we went to Germany, and the record label told us to take security guards and everything, and we were just, what? So it ended up at some big mad, it was May Day in fact, in Dortmund in Germany, 40,000 people in an Olympic velodrome, and Carol Cox was playing a track that we'd put, it was called An Island Rhythm, was a big one that got us to Germany, but the flip side was called Arpeggio, which is, I would say, techno, and he was playing that in his sets, and we were at, you know, you sound check, set up, then it was like, I'm away to watch Sven Väth, I'm away to see Carl Cox, I'm away to watch Hardfloor, and just to be a raver again. And that was the mentality for a good 4 or 5 years. Going to a gig to get into, you know,
to go,
go to there in the first place.
Yeah.
But it was great listening to these guys playing our stuff.
Wow. So I take it that had a big influence and just kind of maybe like for you to even keep driving at what you were doing because you're like this is working. We can turn this into something like.
I mean, we were getting paid for the gigs.
Yeah.
But it was never the drive. I mean, even when I left my work again in 1994, I was scared to leave my work. I was building hard drives. That's what I was doing. But I was scared to leave that shit job because in my head that was reality.
Yeah.
And what I was doing was just
fantasy.
Just a daft hobby that's gone. You know, because like folk knew you were writing dance music back in the day. They just thought you were a druggie.
Aye.
That's the fucking mentality.
Yeah.
Your mates at school, you're into dance music. You're into fucking drugs.
Aye.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I am, but that's all joke. But you know, it's kind of like that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
No.
But it's just synonymous again, and people think. But it's the same in any genre. You look at rock and roll, this and that. You could say the same for all of them. Do you know what I mean?
That's mad. I mean, there's drugs everywhere, sort of thing. I went down the drug lane there, but it's that's mad, isn't it?
It is true though. So saying it's like you take drugs out of all music in general, then what you're left with, you know, it's a funny reality, like a contrasting thing. Where you know what's going on in countries of the UK, but you look at the music and it's just one of these things. Everybody knows about it.
It's mad. I mean, look at the, you know, all right, dance music as in acid house, rave. That was, I feel like, my generation's rock and roll. Look at rock and roll. They were all mad with speed and all that, and you know, look at the mods before that. It was all uppers. And you know, there's in a youth movement. There's always a legal excitement attached to it.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there. You know, it's just always going to be kids want to do something mental, be it musical or, you know, and I'll drink, you know, or I'll take that, you know. It's not only until you get older you think you need to do it responsible or you need to be responsible, kind of thing, you know.
Especially if you're a name and you're out in the public eye as well, you know, you've got to be responsible and show people that, you know, you can do it. You can do it other ways. You know what I mean? It's not just about getting mashed.
I know.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a fair point when you're saying that. And people be like, "Oh, you must be into drugs." Oh, well, no, really. I'm into the music and I'm into making something a bit different. Do you know
That's what started it all.
Aye.
The music, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. So from there, how did the whole public domain thing happen? What was the steps after Ultrasonic, or how did it?
Ultrasonic ended in 1998. Me and the guy Roger that I was working with a side project called Bikini State, which was like hip hop and rock.
That's
Get
right.
bored of the full rave thing and just thought, this is it. Put a band together, you know, like guitar, bass, drums, and the electronics. And we signed a fucking mental huge deal with Deconstruction. And wanted to do that, but then drink, drugs, you know, that wrecked that. You know, it was just great music, but we I think we honestly thought this is what you did when you got all that success. You had to live the rock and roll lifestyle, and we fucking just imploded. So that fell away, and that was like maybe just 99 or something like that. And Mark Sherry came up and said, you want to do a vocal for us, kind of hang on a dance track that I've done? And I was like, nah mate, I'm not into all that anymore. I was thinking, you know, I just don't want to do the doof anymore, you know, I want to do something different. I was thinking guitars and beats. And he's like, oh, come on, you know, the track's kind of blowing up, but we need to do it. It was a Public Enemy sample that they had used. And I went, all right. And it was my wife who went, look, that's your pal, just do it, help him out. So I cranked the track that sent us up in my headphones, recorded the vocals onto a DAT tape and gave him it and forgot all about it. And then it was like a wee while later, Mark's phone up going, this track's just blew up. We've got to go and talk to Pops, you up for it? And I was like, what? That's mental, man. No. And then, oh, come on, man, come on. And I was like, look, dude, I'm not doing the full fucking the band thing again, man. You know, I've done it with the Sonic. This isn't my scene. And they're like, look, come on, do it. And I went, all right, let's do it, but let's make it a live thing. Let's make it a band, no a fucking PA, you know, like something like that next to the keyboards and So we did that, and it blew up, and that went mental.
So, like, was it just a case of he sent the instrumental, you listen, you thought, right, I'm going to sing this over it, and like, how did you even think of the...
Did they give you lyrics?
No, it was a sample from Public Enemy, so the lyrics were pretty much there. You know, the Bass in the Place London is a sample from Public Enemy's Nation of Millions album, just to insert in between like tracks. So they had sampled that, so I kind of recreated that sample and then put another kind of
Wee bit on.
throwaway MC lines in that vein for the record, and then they've just put it onto the track that they already had, and it went and blew up.
I must say, when I came along to, was it 2001 night I came to?
That's right.
And see, watching you perform that backstage and, like, you know, singing that in the mic, like, I was really, the hairs were standing on my neck. I'm just like, you know, because I grew up and you knew that tune, you know what I mean? Bass in your face, and I'm like, there's the guy who done the voice. So that was, I must say, it was pretty cool. I mean, obviously, you've been doing this, how long now have you been doing the 1994 and the 2001 nights?
I think they're about 3 or 4 years
Aye.
old now, which is good. I mean, the beginning of last year, I made the decision that I'm stepping away from doing all the gigs and honours. I, you know, for kind of personal reasons, I can't do it anymore. I can't be in rooms with guys out their fucking box talking shite. I've had 28 years out, man. I can't deal with it. So I need to be in environments that I can have control, and I want to be in with folk that I want to work with.
Yeah.
So the 1994 nights sorts out my old school fix. The 2001 sorts out my trance fix. The not normal nights a day just sorts out my new music fix, and I'm in my own wee bubble because I can do that now. You know, I can't deal with the fucking mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't. Sorry, mate. I can't. I just.
No, but it's brilliant. The nights have been going well. There was a recent one there as well. You said it was. You posted about it recently, didn't you?
Which, by the way, massive respect to you for posting that. I thought that was it. Just so you're talking about it wasn't as busy as you thought it could have been. And,
aye.
But it's about the people though, you know, and that was a key point there. It was good.
See, for me, I mean, the nights that I put on, it's all self-funded. I'm doing everything, man. It's everything. I mean, for years, everything I've tried to do, you know, I've signed with major labels. I think I'm cottage industry, whereas I remember there's a bit of fucking megalomania in there and all, but I like to be in control of everything, you know. I like to be the guy putting the stamp on the fucking label before I post it, you know, everything. So on my nights, if it's a busy night, I'll be the first person to line two. If it's a busy night, I'll be the first person to say it was sold out, it was amazing. So the last 2001 night, it just never hit the numbers that I was hoping for. obviously to pay the bills, and obviously for the DJs that I'd collected to play. And I just thought, you know what, I'm being a hypocrite if I'm not honest about this.
Yeah.
So I said, look, it wasn't very busy, but the crowd was mega, which they were. But I feel sorry at a night for the punters, because they're expecting maybe a busier night, you know what I mean? And the DJs that I talked into playing,
They're wanting a busy night, yeah.
I've seen what it could be like, and I wanted that for them, you know, because they deserve that night.
Yep.
So I felt bad about that, and I just thought, you know, too many folk would go, aye, mega.
Exactly.
And just lie, because there's too many lies.
But the
these
thing
days.
is, a lot of people, promoters, DJs, producers, anybody that's posting on social media in general, fail to like reveal the reality side of everything they're doing.
I think it's
There's
gone back.
always these wee nights.
I
that
mean,
are,
there's just too much bullshit, and again, I think it's gone back to what I was saying earlier, where you need to be no confident, but you need to be willing to fail, or you need to be no scared of failure, because in doing that, I think it's only a good thing. So
Absolutely is.
The night wasn't as good as previous nights. I'm sorry, I genuinely am, but then the folk who were there had a great night.
Yep.
But I know in my head if there was more folk there, no selfishly just to get more money. I lost money on that one night, but I've made some money on another night, so
it does balance out.
it balances out. You can't keep doing things and just losing money.
No.
Then it gets a bit mental, you know. But it's always so. I mean, it was.
No, it's good. It's a respectable thing to do. There's not enough of that really on social media. You know, you don't get the two sides of it. You know, you probably put on 1 million or like 100 nights before that you actually get a good success sometimes, or you put out 10 crap tracks before you get a good one.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? But that's the process, isn't it? When you're putting yourself on the line, really, like on social media especially, you know. It's like that pure big blanket of just positivity, but really there's
real shit going
It's
on.
real behind that. It's there's reality.
it's
kinda-
important to show that, and
It's
as
not
well,
just fucking a movie.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
or fake. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
brilliant, man. Check this. No,
Yeah.
it's not. There's all those things going on that's not brilliant.
Aye. I mean, we're all normal human beings as well, and I think that's what you find as well, is like before you know people that are maybe in the scene or you perceive as a celebrity, you think they're this not normal, perfect human, and it's like they're totally just one of the lads or that's like blown up, and they're like they've got their own shit going on.
Aye, that's it, man. But there's not. But on the opposite, there's nothing worse than respecting or admiring somebody's work or what they have done or whatever, and then meeting them and they're just a total fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
It's just
I'd imagine
it's
that's
so
happened a few
deflating, man.
times to you.
I mean, I genuinely stay out the way of anybody who I've got a hold, you know, like their
In
music
case you're-
daily or
yeah.
you know their acting or whatever it is. No, I mean I'm a big Tony Bennett fan, for instance, right? Mad crooner dude, right? A couple of times I've got the chance to meet him and I couldn't. No, my legs couldn't move or that, but I was just like, no. Because I don't want him to say one thing or do one mad
That
thing and
might
I'm just
ruin.
go, what a fanny, man. I'm not listening to your music again. Because
Aye.
I've met people like that before.
Yeah,
I can't listen to their music again because
tarnished.
a way they've acted or something they've done, and it's just kind of like you've just poisoned.
All that good
Aye,
memories.
I mean, that's madness. And that's just a wee quirk I've got, I suppose, isn't it?
Aye, that's quite cool though. It's quite admirable as well, because most other people will just jump at any chance to meet and probably blow it as well for like, on their side because they're that excited.
Aye, well, that's, I mean, how if you met somebody you genuinely, I don't know what the word is, respected or admired, I don't know what it is, but you liked, mega liked. You yourself cannot be you meeting them because your fucking mind is blown.
Yeah.
So Snoop Dogg or something like that.
I mean, because whatever it is you think's cool, isn't cool? Because you are no cool right now. You're meeting somebody who's cool, or you perceive to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know you, and he isn't him, or she is not. You know, it's
I
just,
know what you mean.
just a level of madness that you can't control. So stay out it. Just
Stay away
stay out
from
it, man. Just enjoy it and just stay out it.
Aye, I got you.
There's a few questions as well.
Yeah, we've got some stuff.
Can I just say,
from the
and a classic example of that is, I touched on what was like Parkinson there or something like that. Fucking, we met, we done Public Domain met Public Enemy, right?
Right.
Now, the rest of the boys in Public Domain didn't even know who Public Enemy was. They were only hip hop fans. They came over to the gig with us. I couldn't get out my chair to meet him because this guy was, like Chuck D was the dude. but I was working with him, so I had to be me meeting him. I honestly couldn't get out of my chair to go, how you doing, mate? I was just like that. It's fucking Chuck D.
He inspired.
Chuck D.
It's mental.
It's Chuck D, right? So, but anyway,
Were you with Forbesy?
No,
because Forbesy was telling me about this the other day there.
We've since then, I speak to him on email and stuff like that sporadically, and I go and see his shows when he's here. It's kind of mad now who this guy
old friend
is. Almost like, I wouldn't say a friend, but I know him, he knows me through this mad connection.
How mad?
We done Top of the Pops, and we met Robbie Williams. I'm not really a Robbie Williams fan, right? And stupidly I went like to him, alright Robbie, right, that was it, because somebody introduces. I turned around to like Mark and the rest of the guys in the band, they couldn't even speak. And I was like, what the fuck? It's just a guy, but then maybe they're secret fans, and that was, they were know them meeting know them. It was just fucking, but it was just totally mad.
How
that
was
kind of,
Robbie?
he was alright, man. I was like, alright, as if like, I don't know. But then again, if you were maybe his guy, like, oh, it's fucking Robbie Williams. But it's just mad shit like that.
Yeah, you'd maybe freeze if you were that guy, wouldn't you?
If he'd maybe done a few Acid House records, I'd be like,
I'd love to hear that. I'd imagine you've got a few mad stories like that with bumping into people and that, you know, especially just being, I mean, you're from Paisley, aren't you?
no, I'm from Ayrshire,
Fairshire.
which is even darker than Paisley, man.
So it's even darker. And, you know, so being a wee guy Fairshire, then eventually, like, Top of the Pops, backstage, meeting all these guys, man, it must have been absolutely bizarre, mate.
It was. And no, what's good about it, when all that madness happened, the majority of people who I grew up with were happy for us, which is a lovely thing, you know, just having that home support. Because I was a wee geek at school that had to fight folk because of my name, had to make excuses for the music that I was into, be it hip hop or dance music, to know like everybody's kind of grew up in it. It was just like, fucking.
He was always
Dafty's
into it.
fucking done it, man. Look him, go, look him.
He was always doing that.
I mean, guys that I used to fight on a daily basis used to come to the raves, and the first couple of times I met them at the rave, I thought, here we go, we're having a scrap now. But they were just like, that was fucking mega, by the way.
Brilliant.
And it's just, it was mad, man. It was like fucking, it was nice.
Different kind of level on it, man. It must have been cool. Plus, pre-internet days as well.
Aye.
It was a
Everything
whole
was
other
different.
thing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like exactly that, why you went to meet that guy in a car park, because before you'd have just Facebooked each other.
Aye.
And be like, there's
Aye.
a picture
Aye,
of
show
us
me a picture of your
set up.
setup.
You'd be like, they're cracking leads.
And I wouldn't went to meet him, I'd just be like, fuck, how did you get the leads? I can't meet him. He's got the real leads.
I can't even
I can't do that. How can I be in a room with a guy who's got real leads?
Brilliant. Will we ask a couple of questions that people have asked?
We could do that.
We've got a couple there. So we asked.
I wanted to touch on just the hashtag show again.
Oh, aye, we'll get into that
I've
as
seen
well,
there's a
yeah.
couple of posts been flying about on Facebook and that. Still doing the live shows.
Well, exclusively, well, by the time this goes out, it'll be now, but we've just put a live show together, 3rd of December, the Classic Grand again, me,
Right.
Gary and Scott. And that's just another thing it's just, I need to be doing things to keep saying different things. I can't do the same thing all the time, or I get genuinely fucking ill, bad thing. And this was just something that I was helping somebody put a podcast together, and it blew up into something else. And it's fucking...
It's cracking though.
It's-
I like how
it's
that's blew up like that. You know?
It's madness. And we had a wee 6 months hiatus after the last one, because I think we just kind of burnt each other out and what we thought we were doing, because it's just gone back to having almost fucking grown men being teenage boys again, having a laugh and talking shit. But people want to listen to it.
Aye.
And it's good. And so anyway, 3rd of December, live show, Christmas fancy dress. And again, I don't give a fuck. There's no coolness about it. The music that we play isn't cool. It's what we like. And it, you know, even in what you're doing, having laughs with videos and stuff. See, like back in the day, you had to be fucking serious about what you did. If you try to joke about it, cunts are like, oh man, you know what I mean? Take me on a journey. You're not taking me on a journey. You're fucking playing music and you're making music. I like it or I don't. So seeing the fun element of getting back into things is great, because it's something you would get shot down for. You know, when I was doing it, you know, people, what? You know, even though when I'm out DJing, oh fuck that, that's no cool. Fuck you, you're not cool. I do it because I want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And the thing is, for everybody that doesn't like it, there's people that like it. Do you know what I mean? So this is it.
Exactly. See if you do something and you like it, brilliant. As long as you're not a mass murderer, power to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a rapist.
Yeah, yeah.
Or a paedophile. Yeah, there is a list there, or you shouldn't do it. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you genuinely like something that's no harming anybody, that's what I mean. I just don't want anybody listening fucking stalking up, you know what I mean? Taking a tune out because they thought I said it was cool to pursue your dreams, kids. Pursue your dreams unless you're fucking unhinged.
Aye,
And have a slight interest in armed weaponry. Or young children. I don't know, but don't pursue that. It doesn't work well for anybody that goes down that road.
No, it doesn't turn out good for anybody.
Right, I put a post there earlier to get some
Thank you to everyone.
questions, and actually there's loads here, so I'm going to get
For
through.
a Monday afternoon as well.
For a Monday
It's
afternoon.
dealing with real life.
Considering. So, what do you like in your salad box from Amanda Robertson?
Amanda, do I look as if I eat fucking salad?
Let's get through some more.
Fair enough.
Sasha Vatoff is saying, does he still like his hardcore?
Oh, that's Sasha from Australia. Do I still like my hardcore? Genuinely, if he's talking about the style of music, like fast hardcore, I've never actually liked hardcore music because I've been more into rave. And do you love your hardcore? Back then never meant the music. It was just about being hardcore, raving, where people
Double meaning.
And then I think the genre of hardcore came at a later sort of stage. So, no, Sasha, I do not like my hardcore music, but I like the... Is it ethos? Would that be the word?
You like being hardcore.
I try to get up. The mic held me back there, man. Or I would have just hammered you and me.
People are asking how you got the name Mallorca.
My grandparents done a lot of travelling, and this is like back in the day, and all their children were named after where they were conceived. My father was conceived in Mallorca. Obviously, when you're old school, you don't know that 2 L's is a Y in Spain. So when you come back to Ardrossan in Ayrshire, it's Mallorca. So he passed on the name to me, and that's how I got my name.
Interesting, that was from Kieran Broadbelt, Mikey McGonigal, and Marion Thompson. They were all asking the same question. Michelle Hartness, ask him real watch or chocolate watch, he'll know.
Chocolate watch. Davy Forbes has got the best chocolate watch.
Ryan McDonald, he's wanting to know why London, why no base in the place, Figgy.
Basically, the place Figi's got a certain ring to it, innit?
It's not got the same
But
ring.
you know what? I've actually done a couple of gigs, right? And you try and fit in the name of the place, right?
It's your face, Manchester.
And I feel like a dick did it. I feel pure Radio 1 or something like that, innit? Base in the place, Gloucestershire. It's just, it's no, I don't know, it's no cool. So, unless I'm really drunk, I think I said, where was I? I said wherever it was. I was in Australia and I said it, but I wasn't actually there. I was in another fucking, I think I was in Perth and I said base in the place, Adelaide, right? And I'm not kidding you, I had about 1,000 to 1,500 folk go, ooh, playing. So I just thought I'll stick to the lyrics. Stick to the lyrics.
We've got an Aussie man there as well, that probably offended him as well.
He's out.
He just left.
Come back!
I mean, Glasgow works.
I know, but then at the same time I'm saying, I feel like a dick.
Of course,
But,
they like Sabbath there.
It was a sample. It's not my
Be
fault.
true to the sample.
Aye.
John Lang is asking, when is he doing another Roland live set?
Oh, because you did that thing, was it in 40?
Well, this was all like... So, this year was 30 years at Acid House, or what I perceived as Acid House, like for the first Acid House record in 87. So, in my head, I was wanting to make an album of all the Acid House thing and put it out this year. But because I wanted to punch myself after I'm in the studio for like fucking an hour or something, it's taken a wee while longer. I've finished another album in the meantime that's due out in November. But so in doing that, I was thinking, how can I do this live? in 1994, I done a wee live set with that and stuff. I'm still, still trying to kind of work out how I could do this. And I collaborated with 40 Clothing on a t-shirt to commemorate 30 years Acid House. And then when we launched the t-shirt, I done a live set outside the shop. And through Glasgow fashion, it started to rain, so I had to bring all the equipment in the shop, and I just done a wee jam in the shop.
I watched
which
it.
was
And
good,
it
man.
was brilliant.
It was mad, but it was also mad because there was genuinely people in buying t-shirts wondering what the fuck's going on here.
Aye.
I want a t-shirt and there's some guy making a noise in the
Standing in
corner.
front of the rack that I'm trying to get to.
But it was good. Size 5 was that? That's what I mean. I thought that was small. It was good. It was good. So I mean, I think when I finish the album, I'll do a couple of wee shows
at some point.
I'd love to do a night 1989, but I think that'll just be like a basement, 100 people or something.
Sort of one-off thing.
That sounds cool.
Well, let us know, we'll be there.
Lewis Montague, who knitted his woolly hat?
See the woolly hats back in the day. It was my first one. I used to go snowboarding and it was just my snowboarding hat. I had long hair and I used to wear it to keep my hair out my face when I was raving. And just mad shit like that. I wasn't like a fucking cyber raver. That wasn't even invented then. But rave clobber was basically just what you were cool to sweat in and wreck.
Aye.
And I've kind of always kept that mentality, jeans and a t-shirt. I just don't wear the woolly hat. It wasn't knitted or anything. It was like a golf thing. It was a snowboarding thing. And then I think as the record labels get involved and you start trying to make a brand.
It becomes an image.
Aye, it becomes.
Yeah, mate, I want you to wear the hat.
I mean, they're still available on my website just now, But aye, so it's mad. So and people are buying it and putting them on their kids, which it brings a smile to my
That
face.
was so funny, that one with the baby with the hat.
It's amazing, man. You the idea, the amount of pictures. Guys are obviously buying it because they're into the thing, but they know they can't kick about their work with an ultrasonic hat on. So they put it on their kid or something, and it's just lovely.
That's brilliant.
It's wonderful.
Some of these are crackers.
Some of them are a bit
Quick fire, let's go, man.
Aye, I know, I'm going to get through them. Ross Ferguson, in 2013, he did a 6-hour set at the Riverside Club while drinking.
Is this Ross the singer, Ross?
Yes, it is indeed. How did he do it without leaving the stage to go to the toilet?
Well, I have been known to piss in pint tumblers, not just at gigs, but actual concerts of other artists.
That's your
Because I'm in it to win it. I'm there, start to finish. I'm not dropping out. And even like my residency, I was just telling you, I done a piss in an ice bucket. So when I done an open to close set, you can't just go like, hey, I'm away for a shite. But see, I've never done a shite, because doing a shite in an ice bucket, you can't get rid of that without somebody really knowing, can you? You can piss in a bucket and just get rid of it. That's cool. So no, I'm committed, man. I'm hardcore.
Straight there.
That's amazing. That pint's a bit warm, Mal. Aye. Oh, it is.
I would never let somebody drink it or throw it.
Got a belter here, Craig Milligan. Do you remember playing Blind Faith, Chasing States in the Main Room at Colours Fest 2011? That's a good tune.
Was that when I closed the main arena at Colour Fest?
Maybe.
I think
That's a great tune.
that might even been Mark Sherry's bootleg of that then.
Might have been,
That's
aye.
probably what it was.
I remember it.
I don't remember specifically playing that track, but I remember that gig. It was one of the highlights.
I think for Craig that must have just been a highlight for him. He's just asking it. Andy De Bruce, why Mallorca, not Tenerife or Ibiza, Lee? We've been there with the name thing, we've covered that there,
Aye,
Andy,
we've been
so
there.
we've been there.
Doesn't sound the same.
Nah.
It's the same reason why his name's no Dickhead. I'm only kidding, mate. Well, I'm not really, but don't be cheeky. I will come at your door, I will kick it down.
Hinges off.
That'll be that, and then you walk away.
John Mancini, right.
But it's coming, isn't it?
When's the 1994 after movie been released?
Well, this is it, Mr. Mancini. When is it being released? It's currently getting edited. I found a new video guy. He said he can cut whatever you're charging, he's going to cut it. And he's actually like, I love you, because he look at your last video, he said it was shit. And there's a lot of things that he could have done with it. He made it. What, have I not say that?
He wants a word with
Oh, this is brilliant. Jeez, oh, there's so many here. I'm kind of pre-reading them.
Right.
Like,
Just
while
in case.
I'm on the spot now. And I'm like, right. pre-reading.
Was it CC in your
Oh, right, there's a belter here. Kevin Clark. Can I mind catching a pair of my boxer shorts midway through a set? Clearing his face with them and all sorts.
Oh, but I remember that, man. A messy gig, and so it was the guy. It was his boxers then. He threw them up because we must have been talking about, you know, like Birds Day and bras and all that kind of stuff. Bizarrely, that doesn't happen in the rave scene, doesn't it? No, you don't get any paraphernalia like that. So I was DJing and a fucking set of fucking boxer shorts landed, and I knew it was they cunts, man. You know what I mean? Because we were fucking just talking about it. And then I was just like, no way. I think I probably did wipe the sweat off my head with it. But then he asked for them back because it was his favourite Christmas ones or something. So not only was he walking about commando, he get his boxer shorts back with my rave sweat all over them.
That's a belter as well, right in the moment, just doing it.
Just like that,
that's it.
Jingle jangle.
I've got probably do one more, right? Marion Thompson again. Mal, if you could have any day alive or dead to work on an album with, who would it be? That's a decent question.
It's a big question, isn't it?
I enjoy working with people in the studio, as you and I have worked together in the studio.
Yeah.
But there isn't. I need to watch how I word this, but I wouldn't want to work with any. Like, no, you go.
Well, again, you can't meet them.
Because then you know that guy working with that guy. I couldn't truly, if it was somebody I wanted to work with, I couldn't work with him. Because.
But let's say you could get over that barrier. Who would it be?
I don't know. It's not.
So
It's not. It's not. No, well, it's nothing I've ever kind of craved. I'd like to be maybe flies on the wall of people, but necessarily I wouldn't really want to work with them. For instance, I would like to have been in a studio when, like, say, Hendrix was recording Electric Ladyland, or Enjoy recording live in Manchester, that kind of thing. Just like the voyeur, just watching.
Yep.
Try to get some sneaky tips. But I would like to be. I wouldn't want to be in the mix, because then it wouldn't be that.
It would be authentic.
Interesting. Cool. And anything else you want to cover?
Well, I was just thinking, just quickly there as well. We were talking about some of these big arenas and raves. You supported Mallorca a few years, didn't you? A few times growing up while you were DJing.
For sure, there's been loads of wee gigs.
Nights, didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done Culture the night locally in Dumbarton. Had you down to them a few times.
And as you know, the promoting game. It's
one of those ones. That's why I respected what you were saying earlier about that, because I've had plenty of those nights. You know, probably more than the successful ones, but again, you remember the successful ones, which is the fact that you put yourself to them and do it is what brings you the positive successful moments you remember. So it's brilliant, and Culture was like that. It was a great thing to do. Got yourself down, Mark Sherry, Davy Forbes, Willie Daniel, Simon Patterson, Brian Carney, Will Atkinson, Ben Nicky, and a lot of these guys now are like globals. Do you know what I mean? And you're getting them down to like a wee club in Dumbarton. It's like, again, it's just putting the effort out there and putting something on for folk. Enjoyed it. Also done a few other gigs, just kind of cross gigs with each other, like Colours Fest
Colours
and
stuff,
that. Couple of Colours things. What else? Your one in Kind Tuts we done.
That's right, that was mad, wasn't it?
That was good. That was decent. It was busy. Was that busy?
That was the King Touch we done it in the room 2 after the actual live gig.
Yeah, that was it.
Aye, that gig was the best gig I've ever done in my life.
Was it?
Because that was obviously me playing the full album with a band start to finish.
I remember you put a lot into it. I remember there being a big build up, a lot of hype surrounding it. Do you know what I mean? So it was good for
it. It was mad. After that, I felt as if I never had anything left empty. I've never had that feeling before. Like, genuinely, somebody just unplugged me. I didn't have any emotion after, like, I'd done it, and then it was just like all the prep, all the work. What that cost just came out.
Released.
Because I got to the other end.
Yeah.
Computer never crashed, the band were there, everybody turned up.
It went well.
It was a good night, it went well. All the things the album means to me, and then nothing.
Yeah.
And again, that's maybe the darker side of, doing a gig, playing at 40,000 people, 10,000 people, and then
Going back to the hotel room.
Back to the hotel room, or, your kitchen, and being the guy on the stage with the light on, to being the guy in the dark, fucking going,
Aye.
What the fuck just happened there?
Aye, it's hard, it's an adrenaline rush.
That's something that, you know, a lot of big acts and bands and individuals really do struggle with, you know what I mean? You know, you can see why.
And that I think that's how the drink and drugs come into it, because you can't, you know, when you don't have the drinking drugs to numb all that, you know,
then you're getting lost in your own thoughts.
Then you're just back going, what happened there? What am I doing? You know,
it's actually Sanjeev spoke about it, you know, like doing the big live shows for Still Game, and then he was saying, and then he's like, you know, like 10,000 people standing ovation, then he's off to the shop to buy a pint of milk.
Right after the show,
and his
wife's like, can you bring me in a pint of milk? And he's going into the shop. He's like, I'm just off the stage at the Hydro. It's exactly the same thing you're talking about.
You know, and we've experienced it, and I've experienced it just being alongside Stephen playing some of these gigs, you know, and like especially when we're in Rotterdam or in Ibiza there, Cream Amnesia, amazing stage, like all the hard work we put in here in Dumbarton to then being at that point, and then it's like 8 in the morning, we're back in the hotel room just looking at each other like,
you're trying to like decompress everything. You're trying your best, you're like having a laugh, getting a chat, going for a walk, and you're still just like, the adrenaline is a drug in itself though, it's a chemical, do you know what I mean? You're like trying to shake it, you know, and it can crash you, like, you know, unless you deal with it.
Especially it's hard for DJs on their own, especially if they're out on the road travelling the world a lot, then you're getting lost in your own thought, and if you're not maybe making pals on the night and nobody's coming back with you, and you're just back to the hotel room, you've done a job, and you're sat back like, Jesus Christ, ears ringing, just feeling weird. It's a crazy game.
It's mad, isn't
You've got to be prepared for it, do you know what I mean? You do. And that's...
But I don't, you can't prepare for it.
Nah.
And it's maybe things like going to the shop for a pint of milk, or cutting the grass, or going out for a run, or doing something to get you back into the tune. You know.
Okay.
So ending on that high note.
I think the high note we should end it on. What have you got coming up? Stuff that you can plug or things that you've got.
What's coming up to the end of the year? Wee bits that we can tell everyone about.
What have I got coming up? So, 25th of November, I've got the next 1994, which is the old school thing of day. That's looking like a sellout already. It's at Classic Grand in Glasgow. 3rd of December, I've got a hashtag show live. That's just going to go nuts because it's been so long since the last one. It's the 5th one.
The tickets are on sale for that?
They will be by the time this comes out. I've just actually finalised, you know, the lineup.
Great. What's the venue?
Classic Grand. Again, I've stumbled into this venue. The staff, everything's brilliant about it. You know, they want to help you. So I'm just kind of like, I want to work with people I want to be with. So that works for me.
Perfect.
So that's 3rd of December. And then every month I've got a residency at my Not Normal Nights in Paisley, and I'm only doing like just wee gigs here and there that I can deal with. And in between that, my focus is on finishing this Acid House album, and in November I'm putting out an acoustic chill out album of the computer game songs that I wrote, but stripped back to just basically guitars and vocals, just so it's all about songs. Again, there'll be folk going, what is this shit? He's lost it. I don't give a fuck, mate.
It's something you want to do.
I want to do this, because that's the stuff I like.
Aye, that's an important way to end it, actually. You know, do what you want to do. And it's like,
do what's doable, man.
Release the shackles, just do your thing.
Aye.
Do what you're into. That's it,
man.
Definitely cool. Well,
thanks so much for coming on.
A fast hour.
Aye. Thank you so much.
That's been an hour already. So.
Fucking fell at 4.
Mixing Passatas soon as well, hopefully.
Aye, man. Aye, definitely.
Back over. Perfect.
As soon as I've finished that, I'm back over to make up some more. We never spoke about it. You want to speak about it, because I believe you.
Funnily enough,
Italian vibe in there.
I've got an Italian background.
Never told them about that before.
Not many people know.
No, you keep that to yourself.
I keep it well. I keep it hidden well. But I've seen, you know, funnily enough, Mal's wife's last name is the same as my last name.
She commented on your name before I came here.
What'd she say?
She said, are you having an affair with him? I said, well, this is your name, and he's got a kind of similar name, but he's a guy, but it'll work out. No, she noticed your name on the Facebook thing that I was reading, because she was actually telling me I needed to do some kind of mad real life thing. You know, when you're in the studio, it's all great until real life chaps. I don't think I needed to pay a bill or something like that. But I said, hey, let me speak to Stephen.
Aye.
He's got the same name as you.
You pay the bill.
He might pay the bill.
Oh man.
Are you Italian and you kidding?
Honestly, so much fun having Mallorca Lee
Aye,
with
as
us in the
always.
studio. As always.
As
yes.
always. So what? 11 episodes into this. It's been great. Finally managed to get you down. It's been a good chat. It's been a good laugh. Aye, let's wrap it up.
Yes,
Until next time.
Go and check out his page, Mallorca Lee.
DJ MC Mallorca Lee on
Legend.
Facebook, website. It's all there. Take what you need. Till next time, troops.
Don't download me.
Download them.
Download him. Download him.
See you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.